कहते हैं कि उम्मीद पे दुनिया कायम है और हर साल जब बजट आता है हम सबकी उम्मीदें और भी बढ़ जाती हैं। टैक्स में क्या छूट मिलेगी, ये सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा होता है हम सबके मन में। इस साल का जो बजट है, बजट 2026, ये भी कोई डिफरेंट नहीं है। उम्मीदें बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, लेकिन ये भी समझना ज़रूरी है कि हालात कैसे। एक तरफ सरकार ने जब तक प्राइवेट सेक्टर इमर्ज नहीं होती और कैपेक्स पे इन्वेस्ट करना शुरू नहीं करती, तो ये बोझ जो है ये सरकार को उठाना है। दूसरी तरफ कंजम्पशन, यानी कि हम क्या खरीद फरोख्त करते हैं, इस पर भी सरकार की नज़र है। 1 लाख करोड़ के वैल्यू की टैक्स रियायत। ट्रंप टैरिफ्स के बारे में आप सब समझ चुके हैं। उससे बहुत पेन आया है सिस्टम में, कई कंपनियों को, कई एक्सपोर्टर्स को। इस माहौल में सरकार कैसे बैलेंस कर पाएगी कि खर्चा भी करें और हम आम इंसान को थोड़े पैसे और दे दें जेब में हमारी, जिससे कि हम इन्वेस्ट कर पाएं, जिससे कि हम स्पेंड कर पाएं। और क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं, आइए जानते हैं कई एक्सपर्ट्स।
No one really talks about the wishes of the bond market. But I think what will really be good is 3 things if we can get at this budget. In 2023, we introduced TDS, or tax deducted at source, for listed bonds. There was no TDS from 2008 to 23. Now this complicates IRR calculations. This complicates tax deduction forms to be filled and tax filing. I would humbly request that this TDS goes away, because treat this asset class as it should be. The second thing is about tax equalization. If I look at equity, if you invest, you have short-term capital gains tax at 20%, long-term at 12.5%. In debt mutual funds, you have 20% taxation. But interest income on listed bonds is taxed at the slab rate. Now, if you want to promote corporate bond market, if you want to promote corporate bond market in India for capital formation, then a right portfolio diversification should not think about tax, and fixed income though is lower volatility asset, right? So you should equalize this tax, encourage people to invest in corporate bonds. Third thing I want is, which will be the wish list, is some fiscal prudence. So of late, apart from 125 basis rate cut by RBI last year, the 10-year bond is only moved down by 10 basis points. To improve an economy, we need the transmission of these rate cuts in the longer end of the curve.
Do a larger divestment so that you can mobilize resources, and that can be utilized then on both sides, basically capex side and opex side. Second would be probably simplify some of the regulations around taxation, both for the domestic investors and FI.
Take away the long-term capital gains for all investors. Forget about retail or FPIs or whatever, all category of investors. That itself will excite not only the Indian investors but also the FPIs to come back to India. And obviously, secondly, that I would request the FMAs that please do not concentrate too much on the fiscal deficit. Let it go for a while, because India needs capex today.
Yeah, budget 26, the first thing that comes to mind is the STT. I think if the government can look at rationalizing the STT, especially for the cash markets, then that can be very good both for FPI flows to come back to the country, and in general to make the cash market much more robust and liquid.
One of the big things which has already happened, and in fact thanks to that, is the GST exemption on insurance. Now there are 2 things. One is it's actually making insurance affordable, but the bigger piece is basically it's a message to the country saying insurance is an essential product. Just would request this to continue further.
So my only wish list for the budget is to have lower taxation for long-term investors. We believe that as an asset class, equity gives you the most amount of wealth creation, and lower taxes on wealth on long-term investing will incentivize more people to think and invest long-term.